Hey, special Easter edition video with my face in it for once. I'll start doing some more video log type stuff since there's been a request for it. So I figured what better way to start that than doing a Easter video log where I wake up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon and tear some gear apart. So that's all I really have going on today. Just gonna tear apart a CDJ and a DJM800 and maybe work on some planning for for a set that I have in Denver next week. So if you're into video logs, stick around. Hope you enjoy. And here we are in my lavishly furnished living room in downtown Seattle. Check the scooter action. Yeah, she's sitting right over here. Scoot all damn day. But today we're going to be looking at this guy and a DJM800, like I mentioned, in this bag. This mixer was dropped off to me from a friend of a friend, basically saying that it's doing some cool stuff, basically, without a whole lot of description of exactly what's wrong with it. Wow. Look at that knob. So it looks like this has seen a little bit of use. And by a little bit, I mean this probably lived at Burning Man for 6 years. I imagine if we open it up, we're going to see a lot of dust inside and some dirty boards and connectors. And yeah, so the first step whenever you want to troubleshoot someone's broken gear is to plug it in and do full feature test. So basically what I'm going to be doing is checking all of the inputs and their different features one strip at a time with a unit that we know is outputting good solid signal. So power this guy on. DJM800 loading. There we go. Everything comes on. I can already tell like these upfaders are so sticky and gooey. They need some contact spray really bad. It's just covered in dust. That's okay though. We can fix dust. If there's something else though, we might have to get a little more creative. Either way, we'll be opening it up to take a look at the insides. Bring our fader up, and we immediately see there's some sort of issue with the left-right channel. So what we can see here is our left side and our right side are having some issues on the main. If we switch this, we can see what I did is I just switched the RCAs, and we still see that our main is still the issue. So it looks like our master output has some issues. So that'll be good to test out and see. And we can also hear that it's coming through the booth the same exact way. Our booth is just these guys. I set it up this way so that I can test the headphones appropriately and have both cues enabled. That's another thing to check, make sure those guys work. So that's one issue that we see so far. So I found something really interesting. I unplugged the RCAs and I plugged in or routed a 75 ohm digital RCA coaxial cable, and it has solved the problem of our balance issue. And we no longer get all that crackling. In fact, it actually sounds quite good. So I did find a little oddity with the stereo and mono switch. So when I flip it into stereo and use RCAs, it is very unbalanced by like a factor of 4 or 5. So I'm wondering if there is some gunk or something built up in either the switch or the balance left-right. So when I switch to mono, it is totally fine. Now the test here will be if I switch to stereo and then digital as well, if that issue goes away. Okay, so I just switched over to digital and the stereo issue went away. So this can mean a couple of things, and I really want to get in here to tear it open and take a look and clean some stuff out and test it again. Alright, we just got the faceplate cover off, sitting over there right now, and this is just like filled with this sticky goop. I can just feel it. It's coming off on my finger. So that's going to be something that we'll have to look at, clean out a little better. And all these switches, they just have like gunk in them, and it looks like someone spilled a few dozen drinks in here. So when you take these mixers apart, actually when you take anything that has power involved with it apart, you need to be super careful, especially with power supplies. You can have some large capacitors in there that can have residual charge of very high voltage that can make you have a really bad day. So I always make sure to let everything kind of calm down for 20-30 minutes before I pop it open. And I've already gone ahead and taken the nuts off of the potentiometers, and when you pull it out, see if I can get a good handle on it here. There is a set of ribbon cables right here. So you actually need to kind of like flip it like so. And then from here you can go ahead and disconnect the ribbon cables down at the main board down here. But before we go any further here, I am completely starving, and nothing makes me hungry like disassembling tens of thousands of dollars of DJ gear in a day. So I'm going to eat some pizza, come back, and we'll finish this repair. And just so you guys are aware, this is what the struggle looks like. Not having a pizza cutter, and you have to cut your fucking pizza with a bread knife. The DJ life is not glamorous. Alright, back to the mixer. I'm going to disassemble this. I actually never opened one of these 800s before. I've opened the 900s plenty. This is kind of cool. I like how they have the modular 3-part PCB here, 2-part PCB with the master section separate. So I'm going to take this whole master strip PCB out and see if we can't discover what our problem is. So basically what I'm going to do is spray into that potentiometer this contact cleaning solution. Not contacts for your eyes. Don't spray it in your eyes. You'll have a very bad time. But it is to basically de-gunk all of this stuff and make it so that the contact paths are clear of any obstructions and gunk. And then after you spray it, make sure you get it in there by working the knob, and it'll hopefully get all down in the contacts there. I sprayed all of these because they're all really dirty, but that solvent will totally clean out all that gunk and hopefully solve our issue. And make sure you also get a plastic safe one. Plastic safe. What do I use here? Puretronics contact cleaner and lubricant. It's plastic safe, so it won't craze the plastic. So we were having trouble with the left channel before, so I went ahead and panned it all the way left, and we're getting good signal. It doesn't sound distorted at all like it did before. And if we go into the middle, skip. Stereo works too. I think we may have fixed it, guys. So let's preemptively put the whole thing back together. And well, actually I'm going to clean out the faders and then put all this back together and then run it through its paces and make sure that that was actually the problem. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell on this, but I just sprayed the contacts on this channel 1, and it is like this is like running through mud, feels like, on channel 2, and then channel 1 is like, I can actually throw it. This one's like, look at that. Well, after running this little guy through some tests, it looks like it is totally fixed. So I really love those repairs that are just opening it up, getting to explore around inside the hardware a little bit, and then cleaning out some dirty components, and then it's good to go. It's like my favorite kind of repair ever. This little guy, CDJ2000, this one's not actually mine. This is Q Nightclub's. I work at Q as like their backline manager and lighting designer slash person who just kind of like fixes things that get fucked up. People don't know what they're doing. And in this case, it looks like this CDJ, the platter does not really press down anymore. If you compare it to this CDJ, I don't know if you can actually see this on the video. See how much it presses down, because there's springs underneath this platter that push it up. And when it's in vinyl mode, it allows you to manipulate it like vinyl, right? But if you press on the side, it's not supposed to trigger the vinyl mode because there's no downward pressure. But this one, I was playing on it last night and noticed that even if you're just touching the outside ring, it goes into vinyl mode, which is no good. Alright, so I've hacked my way into the CDJ. Once again, that's the lid, or the top portion with the Q buttons and everything. And this is the platter. Kind of unremarkable, actually. But some cool little mechanisms in here, you know? Little worm screws and gears and cogs, all sorts of stuff. So I have to get a little bit more into this piece right here to get to those springs. I wanted to show you this. So this is the jog display PCB. You see this has vinyl on there. Cool. These little cables and some little ICs. But here are the LEDs for the red ring of light and the white ring of light, depending on your fader status. I think it'd be kind of cool to do a little custom LED replacement job on these, and maybe do some blue LEDs, or I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. So maybe I'll do that in a future project or something. But yeah, I try to break in here and modify those springs a little bit, stretch them out. And look at that, we are in. I took the little tiny screw covers off, and now we have these 3 exposed springs. I thought there would be 4 actually, but it looks like there's just 3. So we're going to take these guys out and stretch them out so they provide more force against the platter. So here we have 2 springs. The one on the right I have uncompressed a little bit, and the one on the left is the one that was in the CDJ that I have not fixed yet. So
this I'm almost 100% positive will fix our problem. So stretch these out, put the whole thing back together, and let's see if that works. Alright, she's fully assembled, and I can already tell how much better that is. Like, look at how much more travel motion we have. Before it was like already stuck most of the way down. But there's only one way to check for sure. That is to load a track and make sure that we can jog it without affecting the vinyl. So what I'm looking for is when you enable the vinyl stop, those little center indicators turn on right around the vinyl. And I should be able to do this without that enabling. And yeah, looks like she's fixed. So awesome, guys. That is 2 projects in about an hour and a half done for the day. And that's really all I got to do. I'm gonna maybe clean up this mess of an area. I got like cables fucking everywhere. And then yeah, I'm gonna be going to Denver on Friday. Yeah, headed to Denver on Friday. We got some gigs at the club this week that I'll probably do some video logs on. And then we'll fly to Denver. I'll do videos on that. Gotta go prepare this guy full of tunes for that show. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe for future videos and maybe check out the other videos on my channel. There might be something there that you enjoy. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.